A car crash was reported on a quiet road in New Hampshire. When police arrived, the car was still there. The driver was not. No witnesses saw her leave. No one saw her get into another vehicle. There were no footprints in the snow. Just minutes earlier, a young woman had been standing right here. And then, she vanished. Her name was Maura Murray. She was 21 years old. On a cold winter night in February 2004, Maura Murray was never seen again on a quiet road in New Hampshire. She was a college student, intelligent, private, and under a lot of pressure. What makes her case so disturbing is not just that she disappeared. It's how little time it took. Maura had recently been dealing with personal struggles, problems at school, emotional stress, a sense that something in her life was slipping out of control. People who knew Maura described her as responsible and disciplined, but they also said she was overwhelmed. Not reckless, not impulsive, just exhausted. Sometimes, pressure doesn't explode. It quietly builds, until someone feels the need to disappear for a moment. In the days before she vanished, she told several people she needed time away. Time to think. Time to be alone. She packed a small bag with clothes, toiletries, and a few personal items. She emailed her professors, saying she would be gone for a short while. Then she got into her car and started driving north. The drive itself raises questions. She chose a familiar region, but not a specific destination. There were no hotel reservations, no confirmed plans. It wasn't a vacation. It felt more like an escape without a map. No one knows exactly where she was going. That night, Maura was driving through a rural area. A narrow road, surrounded by trees, snow covering the ground. At approximately 7:27 p.m., a call came in to local police. A car had crashed off the road. When officers arrived, they found Maura's vehicle damaged, airbags deployed, personal belongings still inside. But Maura herself was gone. A nearby resident said they spoke briefly with her moments after the crash. Maura appeared shaken, but not injured. She refused help, saying she had already called for assistance. That was the last confirmed sighting of her. Within minutes, the area was searched. Investigators believe the window of time was incredibly small, just minutes. Enough time to make one decision, one mistake, or trust the wrong person. Whatever happened next happened fast. She was nowhere to be found. This is where the case takes a darker turn. There were no footprints leading away from the scene, no signs of a struggle, no clear direction of travel. The temperature was below freezing. If she had wandered into the woods, survival would have been unlikely for long. Yet extensive searches found nothing. No clothing, no body, no trace. Crime scenes usually tell a story, even quiet ones. But this scene said almost nothing. And when a scene is silent, it often means the real story began somewhere else. In cases like this, investigators focus on the last known moments. Every decision matters. Every minute counts. Where did she intend to go? Why did she refuse help? And how did she disappear so completely? Several theories emerged. Some believe Maura ran away voluntarily, that she wanted to start over, disappear by choice. Others think she accepted a ride from the wrong person, a stranger, someone who saw an opportunity. There is also the possibility she became disoriented and succumbed to the elements. But none of these theories fully explain the lack of evidence. Many people go missing every year, but cases like this stand out because there are no answers and no clear mistakes. No one can say with certainty what went wrong. And that uncertainty is what keeps this case alive. Online communities continue to analyze every detail. Maps, timelines, weather reports. Years later, people are still searching for answers. Not because they expect a solution, but because unresolved stories refuse to stay buried. Search efforts continued for weeks, then months, then years. Family members refused to give up. Private investigators were brought in. Tips poured in from across the country. Some claimed to have seen Maura years later. Others believed they knew exactly what happened. None of it led anywhere. What makes this case especially unsettling is how ordinary it began. A young woman, a short drive, a simple plan to get away for a few days. And then, nothing. No final message. No explanation. Just silence. Some cases fade with time. This one didn't, because nothing was ever found. No closure. No proof. Only questions. To this day, Maura Murray's disappearance remains unsolved. No one knows if she is alive or dead. And somewhere, on a quiet road in New Hampshire, her story still waits for answers.